everyone, welcome back to my channel. This side Janvi, and you know what? In the few days, I have reflected on myself, I have noticed something different, something very much special. You know what? Yesterday, I got mail from TBFC that after the long 4 round process where I was um, around half of the month of the uh, April month, I was just preparing for the interview. There are the different rounds like the introductory interview and then the presentation round, and there were the multiple rounds that was there, and there was a total 4 rounds where I was passed on. Uh, 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 Promoted, and I participated in all those rounds. And you know what, during that time I was managing my school, managing my college, and there were different work that I was managing in that time. So I was literally very overwhelmed, and that was the first time. And since that company was offering me 12 LPA per annum, so I was completely tempted by their package, and I was thinking that this is the ultimate goal that I have, and I should have to take this job role, capitalize this job role, no matter how much effort is required. So I was working hard day and night, and I was doing every single thing. I was taking every single step so that I can secure that particular job role. But ultimately, I got the news that I didn't selected for that particular job role. And you know what? This was the first time where I have seen that I took very less time or to get out of it. You know what? I am still happy. I'm not thinking that I have lost something. Rather, I'm thinking that I have learned a lot of things. Like while preparing for the interview, case rounds, guesstimates, I learned that how I can prepare for the interview, how I can prepare the any deck for the presentation of the company, how I can go through the guesstimates and learn guesstimates and present it in the and solve it in front of the interviewer. So this was the all the thing that I was doing, and I learned a lot of things. But if you have met earlier Janvi or the past Janvi, so if she has lost even a 2 marks or the 1 mark in the test, she cried a lot. She cried over day. She pondered on that particular thing over every day, the whole day. So that was the biggest change that I have noticed in myself, and I'm so happy. I'm literally very happy. And the another thing that today I gave my corporate governance exam, and you know what? While preparing for the corporate governance, since the corporate governance is all about theory, and initially when I joined college, and you know what, till 12th I was what I was doing, I was just learning things without remembering. I was trying to memorizing the things as much as possible, and I thought that memorizing is not the good thing. Initially I was thinking that, and you should do it without learning. You know what, this was kind of mentality. I was thinking that since I was not able to talk in English, since I was not able to write in English properly without any AI support, then without any external support. So that is the reason that I am not good at theoretical part of the syllabus. I'm good at the numerical part of the syllabus. But the thing is, the problem, I was not tackling the core issue, the core problem that I had. The core problem that I had was the reading ability. You know what? The first thing required you to learn to like if you are explaining something to any person, or if you are writing any sort of paragraph or an article, first you need to learn it, or first you need to understand it. Do you have a proper idea what you are supposed to explain the another person, or to write in the piece of paper, write on a piece of paper? So I was lacking at the reading or understanding part. I didn't have the capability to understand any sort of paragraph without any external support. And since after getting into the college, I was heavily dependent on AI in order to understand something. So I was not using my logical brain or my brain to understand any sort of heavy text or the text heavy document or PDF or the book. I overwhelmed a lot, and what I used to do, I was just give give that document or the PDF or the book picture to the ChatGPT to summarize it. So I was not using my own brain. You know what? When you don't use your, what my mama has always said, my grandmother always says to me, that if you do not use any part of your body, so it will get junk or it will get rust. You will not able to use it ultimately over the years if you are not using it. So like if you are not using a brain, or if you are not doing if you are not reading every day, or if you are not understanding or learning every day, so ultimately on the long run you will not be able to read, write, or think, or give a logical understanding, have a logical understanding of or any sort of thing. So there was something that I have learned, that the core problem was my understanding part of the reading ability. So you know what? How I discovered it. So when I joined so the company I chose, I didn't choose it. You know what? In my life, I didn't choose anything. Everything has everything just happened to me, and it was not happened to me. It was happened for me. I have never taken decision by my using my logical brain. I was just trusting whatever is coming to me, and whatever is happening to me, I was just saying that there is something. What I do, like if I came across of any sort of opportunity, I try my best. I work on it, I put effort, and uh, 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 I try to secure that opportunity, or to work on that opportunity, so that I can able to capitalize it, or use it, or leverage it for my for my life. But even if I'm not able to do so, still I have the learning. I'm not losing anything. Yeah, I am losing the effort. You can say the time or the effort or the energy I've wasted on that particular job role. But still, by wasting, I can't say that I have wasted. When I was preparing for the interview round, guesstimate round, or the different case round, I was learning. What I was doing, I was learning. So that learning cannot, no one can extract, or no one can refrain myself uh, from using that learning. Okay, so that is it. So this was the first thing that I want to tell you, and the second thing that I've already told you, that I'm so happy now. I'm more comfortable with my failures. So I have remember one of the video of the Raj Shamani, so where he was saying that you know what, like when we were 30 years back we were facing a lot of rejection on daily basis, and today, after 30 years, we are also facing a lot of rejection. So he was just saying that failure is the part of the life. You are facing rejection on a daily, you have to face rejection on daily basis. If you are not, you have to doubt on yourself when you are not facing rejection, you are not facing any sort of failure, or you are not facing any sort of rejection, then you have to doubt on your capability, or your effort, or your trueness, that whether you really want your goal or not. So if you are facing the rejection, so rejections or failure are the proof that you are preparing, you are taking action towards your goal. So these are the that your rejection give the evidence, or give the proof that you are preparing for your particular goal that you have set for yourself. So I'm so happy that I have learned the concept. You know what? Most of the things that I have told you, and most of the things, you know what? I always believe that uh, we always we always learn from doing the things. What I what I mean to say is that when I joined this college, I knew the concept that my mama has already told me that Janvi, जो होता है अच्छे लिए होता है, whatever happened to you is always happen for you, it's always good for you. So that was something I got from my mama, but still I am lacking at this, because what I was doing, I was I didn't know the core of this learning. I didn't know until I face it through my failure, because I have never failed before that. Before earlier, I have never failed before joining the college. I have never failed. I never failed in my life. I came always first in my class, and I always try hard and get got everything that I envisioned for myself, or I set for myself. But still, I can say that during that time I didn't have a lot of opportunity, because I was not taking a lot of action, or my surrounding was not as much good, and I didn't receive the guidance, or maybe there are a lot other reasons too. But now, if I have the awareness and I know that what is good for me, what is not good for me, and I am prepared for it, and so what I need to do, I should need to increase my rejection of the failures as much as possible, because when I'm rejecting on a daily basis, when I'm failing on a daily basis, I will learn that what wrong I have done in my earlier attempt, that I have not to replicate or repeat in my next round. Okay, so this is it. But initially, when I was going through the failure or got any failure, I literally took a lot of time to come out of it. It took almost 3 months last time, when I was preparing for the exams. Did my first group 1 CMA attempt in December 2024, December 25, and during that time I also had my college exam as well, and some of two exams, the other two exams are collapsing with each other, and but they were on the same day. Uh, so what happened to me after giving all such exam, during the exam, before the exam, I broke out completely. I was crying whole day in my room. My roommate was taking care of me and asking me that, Janvi, no, everything will be fine, just believe in yourself. Everyone just try and just one try doing all such thing, but I was not able to come out of it, because I need to face that phase of my life, because after facing that phase, then I'll be only able to learn the core learning from that phase. So I learned it. I took almost 3 years to come. 3 years. Oh my god! I took almost 3 months to come out of it. January, February, March, and now finally I'm so happy that things are getting better, and now the real learning that I had during that time are helping me during this time, and I'm so happy. My personality, like giggly personality, if I say, like, you know what, right now or during this phase of my life, I am carrying a giggly personality. Initially I was very much introvert, I didn't talk to anyone, but today, or during my last semester, or during the last of my college, I have carried a giggly personality. Like, wherever I go, I just carry myself as casual, and I don't think about anyone. I just do whatever I feel right, and I don't care that what others are thinking about me, what others are, if anyone is noticing my hairs, my clothes. Like, yeah, I know. These are the things that define your personality, because how you perceive, how you look, it really matters. But at the same time, I don't want that. I do care anyone, what anyone is thinking. I don't want to. I don't want myself to feel a spotlight effect, because that effect is really restricting me from taking the action that is required. That is required to serve, or that is required to work on my goal that I have set for myself. Like, if I have set a bigger goal, and if I'm taking the action consistently, and if someone comes to me and says, oh, you are doing this, that is not something that you are supposed to do, and there is something is not much important, and there is something that you will not be able to do. You are not you are not much qualified enough to do that, or get that goal. So I don't need to care of that person. I don't need to care of that person. So that kind of thing I want to learn. So that's why I'm carrying this giggly personality, because this giggly personality didn't feel anything. If anyone thinks, like, you know what you are thinking about yourself, it's really matter. Your mental health and what you are thinking about yourself. Like if you think that you are genius, you are the best public figure, you're thinking that you can become the prime minister of India, so you can do any sort of thing. But what you are thinking of yourself, how your mental health is, because your mental health is your ultimate asset, or the main crucial thing, or the main premises of your life. Because if at any point of time your if any sort of thing happen that trigger your mental health negatively, then everything goes. Trust me, everything. If your hands get cut, you can't be able to speak, you can't be able to see, you get blind, you are not able to hear any sort of thing, any voice, you can still leave. But once your mental health disturbed, then you will not able to do any sort of thing. So just try to protect as much as possible your mental health. If you are in a toxic relationship, leave it as soon as possible, because I know you love that person, but what if that person is not caring yourself, and that person is very much toxic. Because what I believe, that your mental health should be your topmost priority before your parents, before any sort of things. Your goal, what you want to become, why you are here, why you are on this planet, and your and in order to get this goal, or in order to achieve that goal, your mental health, these two things are very much important. Then you can only able to work towards your goal. And that is something that I follow right now. And I don't take any guarantee that I will change myself later in the future, because changes is what makes you a person. And if anyone is saying to you that, oh, you changed, that's why I don't like you, or that's why I want to leave you, so leave them. Before they leave them, or before they leave them, or he or she leave them, you leave them. Because change is something remain constant. You have the right to change. Why you always be in your earlier identity, or your earlier personality? Why do you feel, if the world is changing, why you are stopped? If you're stopped just because of the sake of that person, and that person will not get angry, or that person will leave you with you as always, because that person is just the your one personality of your life. Your life is very much long, and you have to change your personality over the period of time, because you have a goal, and that goal can only be achieved by yourself, because you are the only person who is responsible for your life. You are the only person who is responsible for yourself. Neither your parents, neither your friends, neither your parents, nor your friends, nor your relatives, nor anyone. Just you are responsible for your goals. Keep in that your mind. Bye.